Hello, everybody. It's your girl Seeker in the house. Happy Sunday. Happy new week to everybody. I hope we're all doing good. I know that by this time, all the Europeans are either asleep or getting ready to go to bed. It's not normally my typical time of live streaming, but it is what it is. We are just going to make the most out of what we have today. I hope everybody is doing good. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for all your love and support and your affection and all the messages that I got from my sisters in Europe, in England. I'm grateful for every single one of us. Thank you for your message. Today, I just wanted to pass by to say that if you really, truly, seriously want to boost peace of mind and excitement in your relationship, in your marriage, there are a number of things that are fighting this, a number of things that are hurting marriages and relationships these days. There's one main thing that I want to talk about, but there are other factors as well that all actually feed into this one thing and lead to all the challenges that we are all facing in relationships, in marriages. Marriage is a type of relationship. So in all of the relationships that people find themselves in. And that's what we're here to talk about today. Unless you've been blind or deaf or you can't see what is happening, the whole world seems to be in some kind of turmoil on the back of COVID. Like we're done with COVID-19, but we're still suffering the aftermaths of all of that. The world is in economic crisis, and some countries are feeling it a lot more than others, right? So depending on where you are on the globe or in the globe, on the globe, you're suffering after the aftermath of COVID-19. It means that financial stresses are affecting all of us, whether we like it or not, in one way or another. In the midst of all of that, so many of us, both male and female, are feeling the pinch. And when that happens, when you have nobody to talk to or nobody to take out your pent-up frustrations on, the temptation is great to take it out on your loved ones, your nearest and dearest, your husband, your wife, your partner, the person that you're living with, because they are the easy targets, the easy people for you to take out your frustrations and stresses out on. Please, if you're here and you can hear me, can I have some love hearts? I've just got one thumbs up so far. One thumbs up. Oh, what have I done? I love all the love that is on this social media space. So a love heart will do me good. Yay, I got a love heart. Thank you so much. God richly bless you. So I know I can be heard. I can continue. So there are all these financial stresses of life that we are all facing, and it's not any different for married couples. So that is one thing. The other thing too is that a lot of people are not able to really communicate how they are feeling to their partner. And the one thing that I really want to hone on and talk about today is how hormonal changes are affecting marriages of today. My sisters, if you're here and you're watching, you know that from being a teenager to getting married, having children, and maybe now you're a bit older, going into the zones of premenopausal to actual menopause and beyond, things are not knocking things the way they used to. You're not happy anymore. You're not really feeling the mama and papa thing that much. You're not even in the mood for it that much. You don't really want it. Sometimes you're not even present in what is happening because you don't want your other half to go and be looking for those things elsewhere. So let me just satisfy him. Let me just give it to him, So you just open the cookie for him like that. And let him just manage it like that. But the fact about it is that women go through different cycles and phases of life. Menopause is a real thing. It happens to people in real time. And these are conversations that we women shy away from. We don't want to talk about it, even to our own selves, not to talk of discussing these issues openly with our other half. If you're going through something and you're too ashamed to even own it, that this is what is happening, and have the free, safe space to discuss what you're going through with your other half, it becomes very difficult for them to understand through and to know how best to manage what you're going through. So there's a whole lot of women that I've spoken to, from those who are in premenopausal stages to those that are actually in the menopause itself and beyond. And I've put together a list of things, common symptoms that everybody seems to be talking about. It's something that happens to the best of us. If it hasn't happened to you yet, it's coming. As long as you're a woman and you have your menstrual cycle, it is something that is coming, that is going to happen to you. But this is not all going to be doom and gloom, because there is something that you can do about it to better fortify yourself to go through those phases of your life when it comes. And the fact about it is that even though this thing is called menopause, which sometimes seems to suggest that it's something that men are going through, men also have their own menopause that they also go through when they are going through their midlife crisis, which we'll also talk about or touch on. If we are unable to do that today, we will continue this conversation with part 2 next weekend. Now, one of the things that happens to a lot of women when they're going through those hormonal changes, there's less estrogen in their body, is that they're not really feeling the vibe for, the do anymore. Because the drive for it, the libido, it's lowered. Things are not knocking things in the right way anymore. So the same person that the husband was married to, that wanted to be knocked well and truly like 3 times a week, or maybe even do it all night long till the morning, the person doesn't want any touching. And it's not because they've changed, they don't love you anymore, but it's actually to do with the changes, the hormonal imbalances, and the things that are happening inside the anatomy of women. Any husband that really wants to save their home, really wants to understand how a woman's body works, needs to understand that women are very intricately woven and knitted together, and we go through all kinds of things in our lives. I'm not saying men don't, but because of the extra thing of having children, having your menstrual period, being fertile enough to be able to have the children, and the things that happen on the back of that, there's so many hormonal changes that women are constantly going through that affects how they feel. And that also then affects what happens in your bedroom. So if there's a platform that is created between husband and wife, where you're able to be open, frank, and honest with each other because you've managed to cultivate this relationship of friendship, it makes it easier for one party to support the other, for one party to be there for the other, and help each other navigate the difficulties that you're going through or the woman is going through. So I'm just going to list some of the things that happen. When women are going through pre and actual menopause and post-menopause, a lot of things happen. They have hot flashes. It can be nice and easy 1 minute, and the next minute it's like, their inside is on fire. It literally feels like you wish you could rip yourself apart so that you can have fresh air and you can be okay again. Women go through a lowered drive for, mama and papa. Some people also have the extreme where they want it every 5 minutes. Like, we're all different. But overwhelmingly, when I spoke to a lot of people that are older than me, some of them are not too older than me, and they've already started experiencing these pre-menopausal things. These were some of the things that came out. Mood swings is another big one. 1 minute you're extremely happy, like, it's like you won a $1 million lottery. The next minute you're absolutely mad and upset, like, because your hormones are doing this yo-yo thing inside of you. You don't even know where to place yourself. 1 minute you're happy, the next minute you're sad, and it's all based on the yo-yoing of the different hormones inside of your body. Brain fog is another big one. It's like nothing is even clear. Everything is just up in the air. You can't even think straight anymore. You can't focus on any particular thing. You're doing this, then you stop, then you're trying to do something else, then you've forgotten that you had food on the fire, and you're trying to write a book at the same time. Like, different things are coming into your mind all at once, and you're trying to keep a handle on everything that is happening to you at the same time. Another big thing that happens to a lot of women is that when they're hitting the menopause things, their periods become irregular. So now they can't even predict when it's going to come anymore. Some months when it's supposed to come, nothing happens. Then when they least expect that something should be happening, that is exactly when it is happening. Maybe you're bleeding more, or you're bleeding less, or you're in between, or you're having spotting in between periods. Maybe your period is once every month, 28 days, 26 days, 30 days. You know your own cycle. But in between those 26 days, it's like you're having a mini period in a period. And when you're living like that, the last thing you want is any mama and papa business. You just want to be left alone. And when those things happen and women turn their spouses and their partners down, that, today I'm not in the mood, you go and you want to play with their nipples. They're like, don't touch my nipples, don't touch my nipples. Because it hurts. It is sore. It hurts. These are all things that women experience, even normally, before period, sometimes during periods, sometimes post periods. It is normal for some people to be going through all of that. So now when the children have come and now they're hitting the pre-menopause stroke, menopause itself phases, and these things become more heightened. If you haven't opened the forum to have an open dialogue with your spouse about what you're going through, it is easy for the husbands to interpret that to mean that maybe you're falling out of love with them. Maybe you're not interested in the relationship anymore. Maybe you don't want them to touch you anymore because you're just not interested in their way of doing the do to you anymore. When in actual reality, it's not that you wish that you wouldn't want to do it, but it is your body that is making you behave and respond to stimulus in that particular way. Other things that happen as well, and one that is really big for a lot of women, is vaginal dryness. The moisty thing that you had that was welcoming for the thing to get in there and knock the living daylights out of you, it's now as dry as Hamatan Popo. It doesn't matter how much stimulus is given to this thing. The cranking is not happening. The vehicle is not jump starting. They've connected all the wires to the battery and everything. When you spark the vehicle, nothing is happening. It's as if you put the wrong cords on the wrong part of the battery. Nothing is happening. There is no moisture coming out. And these are all because of the hormonal imbalances that are taking place inside of the woman due to the changes that she is going through. All of this can be interpreted wrongly by the other partner if things are not explained to them, for them to get it that, look, darling, it's not that I don't want to allow you to do this to me anymore. It is that my body is just not what it used to be. These are the changes that I'm experiencing. And I'm here to tell you that there is help, there is hope for all of these things that we are talking about. You don't have to suffer in silence anymore. There are things that you can do to make your experiences better. Another thing that happens also is that a lot of my sisters, when they go to have children, they lose the ability to control their bladder. And so there's leakages. There are leakages because of the pelvic damages that occur during childbirth. A lot of my sisters are growing up to find that there's pelvic damages, and there's so many things that can be done, including exercise and all sorts of therapy to help you with those situations. But if you haven't created the space, the safe space to be able to discuss these very intricate and intimate situations and events with your spouse, for him to understand what is happening and be part of the journey, it makes it difficult for things to happen. Sometimes some of our brothers also are close-minded, like they don't want to hear anything about what is happening to their wife or anything. They've closed their mind. You can't hold those kinds of discussions with them. All they are interested in is when the time comes, open the gate, make I don't enter, make I chop you finish and sleep. If you have that kind of attitude and mindset, it almost comes across as if you don't care about your spouse. You just care about what she has that will benefit you. And that is selfishness. If you really truly love this partner of yours, this woman that you say is the bone of your bone and the flesh of your flesh, what concerns the eye concerns the nose. What concerns the nose concerns the mouth, and vice versa. And so when this person matters to you, this person is somebody that you love more than sense itself, you have the tolerance, you have the patience, you have the ability to open up yourself to understand what is happening to your spouse. And so when some of my brothers also, behave as if you don't really care about what is happening, when your wife is trying to talk to you about those things, you're like, oh, TMI, too much information. I didn't want to hear about this and all of that. It doesn't create this healthy, safe environment for your spouse to feel that they can open up to you and tell you just about anything. This is your wife we are talking about here. You should be able to show your deepest, innermost everything to this person that you're calling a spouse, that you're living with. Sometimes, some of my brothers too don't know how to use the equipment that God has blessed you with in your bed. You don't know how to use it. So you abuse the equipment, and the owner of the equipment gets mad at you because you don't know how to use the equipment. Just like some of my brothers have veins and nerves and blood vessels that connect your dingling to the battery house, the horsepower behind those two donuts. You see how it is connected to your main bulla matali, that thing. The nerves that are there, the way it hurts, the pain that you feel, the difficulty that you have when you even mistakenly sit on it, how it hurts you. That is the same pain that women also experience when you misuse and abuse Nabobi. If you don't know how to play and be nice and gentle to Bobby, you will hurt your partner. And then you get every negative experience and reaction to the actions that you're trying to initiate. And women's Bobby becomes a lot more tender when they're going through the changes in their hormones. Their hormones are doing this yo-yo-like kind of thing. A woman's Bobby, the nipples of a woman's Bobby, not be chewing gum. It not be chichinga. It's not kebab. It's not suya. My brother, please. It is not equipment that you use your teeth when you're trying to, like create that ambience and an environment for things to happen. But some of my brothers, so they look at the tip of that thing and decide that, oh, this thing looks like very nice, succulent meat. And so it's a very nice place for me to put my teeth and start biting. When women are talking about, foreplay and the fact that you have to, crank their machine slowly and bring them into the whole thing. They don't mean come and use your teeth as if you are trying to open Coca-Cola or Fanta bottle. You know those Coca-Cola bottles that we used to have in Africa that had the lids on them? It is not those kinds of things that you have to force to put in between your teeth because you don't have no opener and you're trying to use your teeth to open it. So you have to be patient now. You have to know how to play with this thing in a gentle manner, understanding that the person that is lying next to you is a human being with feelings too. Any aggravation, anything that is done in a haste and without patience and, like gently hurts. And it can be a huge turn-off for the wives. A lot of the brothers want their machines to be handled with care. Some of them, even when their spouses are trying to touch the main machine and then try and see if the other ones hiding behind there are also okay. Some of them even use their hand to push your own hand away because it is that delicate and is that sensitive. And a lot of the brothers can't even trust the women that they're lying in the bed with to be able to know or control or handle how those parts of their bodies are treated. And yet, they want their spouses, their wives, to trust them to misuse and abuse Bobby and think that it's not going to hurt them. But you have to understand that this is a human being that is lying next to you, and you have to know how to use what you have in an effective manner so that you're not hurting your wife, your partner that you're with. The other thing too is that a lot of women who are going through these menopausal, pre and actual menopausal symptoms also have a lot of vertigo. Women suffer a lot of vertigo, dizziness. All of a sudden, it's like the room is spinning. And it can be as brief or as a couple of seconds at a time for some women, or it can be a whole few minutes for others. So there are different types of things that are hitting from the brain and the mind and how things are happening. You don't understand what is going on in your own body. And sometimes a woman's natural response is to be upset all the time because they themselves don't even understand what is happening inside them. Not to talk of you now. Papa and Kechi, coming every day. I want this. As for me, every day you have to give me. You have to allow me to have it every day. And now this woman is experiencing all these funny things. And the last thing on her mind is that it is compromise. It is a fine balance that needs to be struck. But it all happens effectively when there is open communication, where nobody is named or shamed. Nobody is made to feel like, you've changed. It's all your fault. Nothing like that. But both of you understand that the bodies that we had when we were in our 20s, when there were no children and we could go all night long and sleep during the day, the body is changing. And before I talk about the things that can aid you and help you because there are 70-year-olds and 60-year-olds and 50-year-olds that are still enjoying Bobby and Bula Matali. They enjoy it. Well. There are people who are still enjoying this in their 70s. So you are also capable of enjoying it the same way. And we'll talk about that. Sister Liddy, how are you, darling? Thank you so much. Society should compensate women with everything they go through with their body changes. What causes one to be forgetting things done 5 minutes ago, please? The same thing. The same menopausal changes, the changes that are going on inside of you is why you have those experiences. And there's so many other things. Some people have palpitations. Some people have shortness of breath. Some women find that they have increased elevated experiences and bouts of urinary tract infections because your whole reproductive system has just become turned upside down. And there's so many things that are hitting you all at once. It is bad enough that some people, even without all these menopausal things, already have hormonal imbalances in them. And you're looking at one of them. Even with the polycystic ovaries that I've had for the last 32 years of my life, it's bad enough. Because with all of those experiences, I've had half of the things that I'm already talking about. The hot flashes, the not knowing what to do with myself. Sometimes I don't even know, like it's just me, but I don't know what to do with my own self. Not to talk of accommodating a fella who is just looking at what they are seeing and their thing is going from here to here and they are ready for action. And the last thing I want is to be touched or held in that particular type of way. And these changes are not just happening to women. The brothers, if they will own up to it and also come here and also speak their truth, would also tell you that the stresses of life, the fact that the pound and the dollar and the euro and whatever currency, the naira, the Ghana cedi, whatever it is you have currency, it's not stretching enough. It's enough to make some people's dingling not function anymore. Because, you can only fully, truly enjoy this thing to the max when you are at peace. You are happy in your own self. When you now have to think about where my next meal is going to come from, and all that Mama Nkechi is thinking about is how she's coming to come and lie next to you, and you do that thing that you did to her 4 weeks ago again, like repeat it, do the exact same thing. But you're looking at your circumstances and your situation as a brother, and you don't even know where your next meal is going to come from to feed your family. It becomes a very difficult experience. And you see, when there isn't open dialogue about the things that are happening, when two people are very close friends and your whole relationship is built as a friendship, as a partnership where each party is able to express themselves willingly without feeling, this thing, I can't tell him, he won't understand. This thing, if I try to explain it to my wife now, she won't get it. This thing, if I try to tell my husband, he won't get it. Then it becomes a very difficult conversation to be had. But you see, all these things that are happening to us women, and certain things that are also happening to men too, as they are also aging and evolving. At these middle ages, that is when all the discomforts that you can think about in this life, that is when all of them are also striking humans. If it's not elevated blood pressure, it's elevated blood sugars. If it's not all of that, it's cholesterol, or a combination of all of those things, in addition to the hormonal imbalances that are taking place with the woman and sometimes with the men also. Because there are some people whose testosterone level goes down. There are some people who don't have any of these issues, but there's been some kind of nerve damage along the way in our brothers and their male reproductive organs and the whole system of that. And so when this thing is at 6:30, it is sleeping, it's at rest, it's resting nicely. But under normal circumstances, when they're in the mood, it should be able to do this and stay there until mission has been accomplished. But some of the brothers, they are trying to wave the flag and the flag is still pointing downwards. The flag is not doing this. Things are not knocking things. They're trying so hard and so desperately, but nothing is able to happen. And it's because there've been some nerve damage. There's something that is going on that is not quite right inside of you. When your nerves and the way they are connected and it's not, in tandem, it's not where it needs to be. How can you get it up and keep it up? If you're a woman now and your whole reproductive system is all messed up, how can you be moist enough to reduce the friction so that when this thing meets the other one and things are happening, that you can still enjoy what is happening and not feel no pain? It's all because both male and female, the reproductive system has gone out of sync. Things are not in tandem anymore. And I've said this a gazillion times, and I would explain it a little bit again today, that all of us human beings, as long as you are a living thing, as long as you are alive and you can hear me talking to you, you have cells inside your body. You do. Everybody has cells inside their body. It is these cells that make up all the different organs that we've been talking about. Your body is made up of cells if you're a woman. Your nipple is made up of cells if you're a woman. If you're a man, bulla matali is made up of cells. At the very fundamental stage, your bulla matali is made up of cells. If you're a woman and you're listening to me, the VJ is made up of cells. Now, if the cells in your body, whether you're male or female, they are tired, they're fed up. The stresses of life have meant that your cellular health and wellness has declined. You're aging, and so your cells are not able to function as they used to when you were much younger. You've aged, and so now that's vitality that you had to be able to do 20 rounds and still show up at work and do a 12-hour day and not feel anything. When all of those things are not there anymore, what it basically means is that your cells are no longer operating at an optimal level anymore. And you have to wake the cells up because they are sleeping. They are slacking. The cells in your bulla matali are sleeping and they need to be woken up. When it is time for action, they have to be able to rise to the occasion and do what needs to happen. Good afternoon, Pastor Patience. How are you doing? So when all of these things are not happening, there's no happy home. Mama Nkechi likes this thing. Every day she wishes you could give her some, good night cookie before she goes to bed. It is called sweet after meals. It is dessert. Bedroom dessert before she can sleep. It is a good sleeping pill for a lot of people. But Papa Nkechi cannot rise to the occasion. Because this thing that Papa Nkechi is going to do is going to make Mama Nkechi very angry. Because he will just start this thing now. We'll be going from Abuja to Lagos. And before we've even left Abuja, we haven't even hit the road to Lagos. Bulla Matali will go back to sleep. Meanwhile, Mama Nkechi is so excited when she saw that this thing had started the crank the machine and it was ready to go. Now, all of a sudden, Nothing is happening. Imagine how stressful it will be that, all of these things, Mama Nkechi has gone to wear all her, sexy lingerie, ready for things to happen and all of that. And now here you are. Pastor P, don't worry. We'll talk about this many times. Don't worry. Right? And then nothing is happening. This thing that is supposed to be going on, Mama Nkechi has gone to bring all her lingerie from 10 years ago out to come and excite you. And Papa Nkechi is not rising to the occasion. The frustration alone. So the next morning now, when you call Mama Nkechi, what do you want? Why are you calling me? What is it? She'll start shouting because all those juices that should have come out, that release, that's Sister Nkechi should have had, Mama Nkechi should have enjoyed and been able to breathe. She wasn't able to do all of that because you didn't deliver. You lied to Mama Nkechi to expect birthday presents. Nothing came. So Mama Nkechi is disappointed. And there are a lot of my brothers that are facing this thing. They've now even moved out of the room to go and sleep in another room because, better not see it at all than to see it and not be able to rise to the occasion. It is a very serious something. Master P, I don't know anything. Right? So all of these things just don't make all the things that are supposed to happen. I have said it before and I'll say it again. The things that happen in the bedstead is all a science. Everything that happens to we in this life is all a science. Love making is a science. If you go and it's like making a soup. If you put the pot on fire and you don't add the ingredients and you just leave the empty pot under scorching heat, the pot itself will begin to burn. So if you pour the ingredients for the soup in a pot that is burning, what will happen? As soon as the ingredients go inside, because it's scorching hot, they will start burning too. And now there's this burning taste in your soup. You've ruined everything. Likewise, if Mama Nkechi is ready for action, she's dressed up, she's had a shower, she's put her best cologne on, everything is ready, she's washed her hair, like everything is on point. Now, Papa Nkechi, come and finish this thing so that we can sleep together, lie on top of each other and, hold each other and fall asleep. Papa Nkechi is messing up. It is a very serious issue. Likewise, Papa Nkechi has been thinking about how she's going to be riding, Mama Nkechi in the night, the whole day when he was at work. That was all that he was thinking about. Now that he has come back home, he's ready for action. When he touches Mama Chioma, when Mama Chioma, Bobby is touched, when Papa Nkechi tries to kiss Mama Chioma, as soon as his lip even tries to touch yours, it hurts, leave me alone, don't touch me. Not to even talk of trying to take Mama Nkechi knickers off, big issue. Mama Nkechi will be so mad that he did that. All because things are not knocking things. There's no excitement. The thing is painful. And so Mama Nkechi is not ready. You have called a football match between Nigeria and Ghana. The football players are all on the pitch. The ball is there, but the goalkeeper is missing. How can we score a goal now? How can we score this goal? How can we score a goal? When Nigeria and Ghana are playing football, the players are all on the pitch. The referee is there. Football is ready, but no goalkeepers. What are we doing? And this is what is happening behind closed doors in a lot of homes. It is a very sad state of affairs. Some of the men, instead of finding solution a problem, instead of solving the problem at home They think that they can go and seek and sort for solace out there. Let me go and find somebody else. This woman, I don't even understand what she's doing. Let me just go and solve the problem myself. And so they start introducing third parties, contamination into the union that God has put together, and says, let no man, let no woman put asunder. You just go and mess everything up and complicate your own life by introducing intruders into your union. That is not the solution to the problem. The solution to the problem is what I'm about to tell you. I mentioned earlier that all human beings that are living are made up of cells. We live or get deleted from this planet at a cellular level. That is where everything is happening. It's a bit like putting up a house. When the foundation is faulty, the house will not stand. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. The house will not stand. Pastor Patience says, say it again. Contamination, not true. Don't invite intruders into your home just because you are having some short-term issues that can be solved in the next 5 sentences that I'm about to tell you. My sister, we have to thank God for science. We have to thank God for physicists and chemists and scientists on this planet. You know why? Because inside our cells is a particular substance called redox signaling molecules. They are inside all of us. We came on this planet, and inside our cells was this redox. However, as we started aging, we started facing the stresses of life. We started eating food that is contaminated with all kinds of pesticides and herbicides and all sorts of things, and also exposed ourselves to other toxins on this planet. Things started to change inside of our bodies, including our cells. And now things have gone so bad that Papa Nkechi cannot get it up and keep it up. Sister Chioma Ponani, don't dry like Hamatan Popo. Even when you squeeze it, nothing will come out of it. When you squeeze it like this, nothing will come out of it. All because there isn't enough redoxing inside your cells. But thank God, after many years of scientists trying and failing to have redox made outside of the human body, and also be able to stabilize redox so that it can survive outside of the human body, and failed. 2 people decided not to give up on that quest. And when they did that, they got the creme de la creme of all the scientists together that were top-notch and got them to work. They worked hard. Oh, trust me, they worked so hard. And when they worked, guess what? They hit the jackpot of a breakthrough. Now, this redox that we have inside of us that our cells are making, one company in this whole wide world has also been able to make redox, scientific breakthrough, make redox outside of our human body, stabilize it, and put it in a bottle that you and I can consume to make things begin to happen better. If the foundation is strong, when the foundation is solid, the whole building is able to survive and stand the test of time. And so, my brother, my sister, you can be in your 50s and 60s and 40s and 70s and still be able to knock the living daylight out of Mama Chioma. Teach her that you be your guy for your house inside, because you can call the shots, you can deliver on point. Like when your Bula Matali needs to do the bullying, it is on point and is able to deliver, like hit the right notes at the right time. And you will hear Mama Chioma the next morning singing the most fantastic hymns because what happened inside that bed the night before, it blew her mind, and she's able to make the most succulent egusi and pounded yam for Papa Chioma. Also, Mama Chioma is so excited that when this egusi is made, you get the most juicy, biggest part of the redox and the meat inside the soup, because your redox is redoxing and all the fabulous things are happening inside of you. My sister, I have tried and tested redox, and I am telling you that if you are not on redox and you are going through all of these things or some of these things that we've been talking about, you have been missing out. Oh. You have been missing out. You have left the game on the table. You have to go back and take your rightful position. You know, this thing is not always that it has to be Papa Chioma that is showing that Nahim be oga for the house inside. Sometimes Mama Chioma must also show Papa Chioma that yes, I accept that you are the oga, but me too, I am the secretary in this office. I am the one that is controlling and driving you. I am test driving you, and I'm taking you to the place that you need to get to. Now tomorrow, when Papa Chioma goes to work, as soon as it is 6 o'clock, hey, I have to go home to my wife. My wife is calling me. I need to go and eat my wife's food. I want to go and sit with my wife. I want to go and chat to my wife. I need to see my wife right now. Why? Because Sister Chioma has done something that has taken Papa Nkechi's mind somewhere that he never thought he could get to, even in his 50s. Because Sister Chioma is looking, on point. All the different nerves and all the things that need to respond to stimulus are responding. This dry Hamatan Popo that was not doing anything right now, as soon as it has the gentlest of touches, it will start, wetting up and becoming moist. It's like, when you make a cake and you've put enough butter, you've put some evaporated milk in there to give it that extra moisture, So when you bake the cake and you take it out of the pan and you break a piece and you hold it between your hands and you're breaking it, it just melts inside your hand. Those ones, that type, you are able to do that because you have fortified yourself on a foundational level with the right stuff. And so, my brother, don't let Sister Chioma leave you alone. No. You better also get on this redox so that your own thing, your swinging pendulum, your Bula Matali can start resurrecting from the dead and start having life. Speak life into your Bula Matali so that you can do wonderful and amazing things in your bed. And Mama Chioma will be so excited. She wouldn't know what to do with herself. Like when you leave her for 5 minutes, she's like, hey, Papa Nkechi, please, I beg now. When are you coming home? I miss you so much. Without you, I don't know what I'll do. Papa, please. When you finish work, don't stay there and be talking to anybody. Just come back home. I need to see you. I need to lie by your side. When I see you, I become complete. Now, this is what you have to do. Not that when one person sees the other person, when the other person sees the other person, look at his face, look at his ugly head. He can't even do anything. Simple thing that people have been doing to their wives since. Only you can't do it. Look at your face. No. You have to deliver the goods on point and at the right time. Like when your Bula Matali is going from here to here, it should be able to be at this position so that it can hit the right notes where it has to hit. It is hitting the right notes where it has to hit it. Papa Chioma, And the only thing that can help you do that is to make sure that your foundations, the foundations of the existence of your Bula Matali, is on point. If your Bula is sleeping on the job, it's like being a watchman. You've been sent to work, to go and do work, and you are lying. You are just sleeping. You are failing miserably. You are not doing your job. What you're supposed to do, you are not doing it. And it is a very sad state of affairs. When you are Papa Chioma, everybody knows that you are the chairman. You are the CEO of your home. But you are not able to do CEO chopping. You are not able to deliver the goods at the right time as the CEO, the commander-in-chief of your home forces. And you are just there. You have this huge piece of meat with no bones inside, and you can't do anything. It is not doing anything. It's not delivering anything. Things are not knocking things. The most annoying part of having something, you know, when you have food in your fridge, but because your tummy is upset or you are not feeling too well, this food is tantalizing. And sometimes when people know that you are sick and they live in the house with you, that is exactly when they will make your favorite dish, knowing full well that you can't even eat it. And you'll be smelling the aroma. You'll be seeing all the things that are happening around you, but you can't partake in it because, you know, you are not feeling well. It's the same thing. You are lying in this bed with these boxer shorts. You have this big Bula Matali that is supposed to be able to do effective work, and it is just doing abortive work. It's just lying there like a piece of, you know, wasted piece of meat that cannot do anything. And it's annoying Mama Chioma so much. If you could get inside her head and see what is going on there, you will know what Mama Chioma is concocting in her brain because of what you are doing. When your inner parts, your sacral nerves, Pastor Patience, God bless you, when things are damaged there and the nerves are not nerving, your cells are not responding to anything. So when Mama Chioma is touching your nipples and lying on your chest and stroking your belly and telling you, Oga, make I don't see you tonight, and your thing is still sleeping, it's as if nothing happened. It's all because the nerves in there, the cells in your Bula Matali, they are sleeping. They are sleeping and they need to wake up. They need to be woken up. The cells inside your Bula Matali are fast asleep. Alarm clock is blowing that it's time for you to get up and get to work, and you are still sleeping. You miss the appointment and now you'll be fired from your job because you are not doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. The cells are the foundations of everything. Everything in this body of ours will function better when the cells in our body, in all the different parts of our body, are functioning properly. What makes the Bula Matali get from the 6:30 position to the 9 and 10:30 position? What causes that to happen? The brain will be telling Bula, it's time to wake up. Mama Chioma has been signaling you since, wake up. But the cells in the Bula can't hear what the cells in the brain are telling, that it has to wake up, because there's some break in communication, in signaling between the brain and Bula Matali. Likewise, Mama Chioma Punani, the brain is telling you, Mama Chioma Punani, you forget what now? Oga won't see you. But because the cells in the down there and the cells in the brain being the hub where all the signals and information are being given, hey, Mama, you for wet now, you have to get going. Nothing is happening because the cells are not hearing. In the cells in the brain versus the cells in the down there in your punani, they are not hearing each other. When this one is talking to this one cannot hear what is being said. And so there's a breakdown in that communication process. And the net effect is that Mama Nkechi Hamatan Popo na dry. so dry. So now when the Bula Matali is going there, it hurts like something. It is so painful. It's so uncomfortable because there's no moisture. There's nothing to be able to swallow and enjoy this thing the way it has to be enjoyed. You need redox. You need redox. If you are listening to me and you're going through any kinds of hormonal changes and all of these things, and things are not knocking things the right way, you need to deal with the cells and their health. When your wellness is on point at a cellular level, when the foundations of your existence are put right, everything else becomes, starts falling into place. Now you see that when Papa Nkechi just touches you, oh, Papa Nkechi, oh, I miss you so much. Then that is setting the ground for, groundbreaking things to happen at nighttime. But when you are so upset, you are so angry, you are so mad at yourself for everything that is happening to you that you don't understand. And Papa Nkechi is also upset because, he wants to see you now. He wants to enjoy you for bed inside, and you are not available. Then Papa Chioma is also getting frustrated because now you are giving Papa Chioma blue balls. And me, I'm not a man, but all the brothers I know, they say that thing is just as painful as, something. So in order to prevent blue ball having and Harmattan dry pawpaw from happening, in order to enjoy this thing, God created the Bula Matali and Punani to be meeting regularly for those exchange of fluids to happen. So when those things are not happening and things are not knocking things properly, both parties become frustrated. God gave that thing to marriages, relationships, for people to enjoy that union, that exchange of fluid, that release is necessary. It is actually necessary. Because when you've done that, all the stresses and everything, the cortisol and all those harmful things that are in there, they all are able to be released because you've been hit on the right nerves, on the right notes where the hitting must take place. And now you are satisfied. Any satisfied wife, you will hear them. The types of singing that they have been singing, it translates into the sort of food that comes out of that kitchen. But when there's no singing, when Mama Chioma is as upset as anything, when you go and ask her for pounded yam, she'll put extra chili inside because after all, you don't even do anything. You won't get the choicest meat in that pounded yam and egusi because you didn't do anything. And she's not happy with you. If you want to, have a peaceful home, when you want to be happy, when you want things to fall in place, when you want everything to go how it needs to go, you have to make sure that your foundations are right. When the foundation is put right, everything else is also put right. Sort out the foundations of your issues. Sort out the foundations of your issues. What at all is this? Why is it that my hormones are not balanced? Why is it that, this Bula Matali that could fire 10 rounds in the night, to that now it can't even do half a round? What is going on? There are issues that need to be addressed. There are issues, there are things that have to happen. If you give your body the right things, magical things begin to happen for you. The old way of doing things has always been to go to medics and always get symptoms solved. You go, you have a headache, they give you something to sort out your headache. You go, you have discomfort in your tummy. You go, they give you something to deal with the discomfort in your tummy, but there's nobody asking the bigger question. Why? are you having the discomfort in your tummy? Why do you have the discomfort in your head? Why do you have your Bula Matali that could give all the juices from River Niger and get wet like the Lake Volta, and today it is as dry as anything? What is it that is happening there? But they don't dig to the root causes of the problem. They are just solving symptoms. That is old way of doing things. The modern way, where science and medicine is heading, is now digging to the root causes of issues and finding long-lasting, permanent solutions to the issues. And that is at a cellular level. When your cells are right, your body is right. When your cells are as dry as Hamatan Popo, because your whole body is made up of cells, everything else suffers as well. So redox is something that is already inside of us. Our bodies are making redox themselves. It's just that because we've aged, because we've exposed ourselves to toxins, because of the poor diets that we have, and the stresses of life that are attacking us on different levels, the cells are no longer able to make enough redox for us to keep ourselves going. And we have to help ourselves. We have to help the cells to be able to operate optimally. And the way to do that is to use redox that is available for all of us to be able to use if you want it. But as I've said, there's only one company, one company, and I'm so excited to say that I have partnered with that company just last week, after all the weeks and months of training. Yeah, partnered with that company to be able to help those of us who are here to be able to fortify ourselves, help ourselves to regain the wellness that it deserves, so that our body will begin to be where it needs to get to. And we can have what we need to get where we need to get to. Don't sit on the sidelines and allow your Bula Matali to fail you on the sidewalk of trying to give Mama Nkechi what she wants. Don't sit around and allow your Bula Matali to go and get all the way. You are traveling from Kumasi to Accra, and then you get to Suhum, and your vehicle don't get punctured tire. Now you can't get to Accra anymore. Very big disappointment. Mama Chioma is sitting there waiting for you. She has cooked the best dishes and everything. And because of broken tire, you can't get there. You go and do all the foreplay and lead somebody on and make them think that they are going to heaven. Now, even before they leave the ground to rise up to heaven, you go and leave them there in the middle of nowhere. They can't even get up and walk back home. It is very unfair now. It's not nice now. It's so frustrating now. And Mama Chioma will not forgive you for what you have done. Because, you know, the brothers think that they are the only ones that get blue balls. But women also get red VJs too, because you've allowed us to bring out and secrete all this thing, and it was a waste of time. So my brother, my sister, let us all help each other now. Let's help Mama Chioma and Papa Chioma and get both of them to be able to do what they have to do. Fortify yourselves. Deal with yourselves. Deal with your Bula Matali at a cellular level. Deal with your Punani at a cellular level, and come and thank me later, because everything will now be in sync. Mama Chioma, when Papa Chioma now gets on top of you and is riding you, you'll be thinking, hey, what has this man, what has happened to this man? Did he go and take Viagra, or what did he do? Like, what is happening here? Is this the same Papa Chioma? Is this the same Papa Chioma that I knew? That when I touch him for 30 minutes, nothing is happening. Right now, I don't have to touch him again. No, things are just happening. Is this the same Mama Chioma that said I cannot come near her? I cannot kiss her. I cannot touch her Bobby. Is this the same Mama Chioma that we are talking about here? and all of you will be happy. You'll be able to reenact the same movies, the same things that you were doing back there when you were in your 20s. Now that you're in your 50s, you are still able to do those same things and do it well. Pastor Patience says, stop taking all those synthetic stuff that will destroy your organs later. Why don't you take something that is already inside of you? It is not even natural. It is native. It is inside you. Your cells are already making redox. These other things, all these other things that we have been used to taking in the past, let me tell you something. All those things, when you take them, your body doesn't even understand what is this thing that Sika has just taken? What is this? This naproxen now, what is it? It now has to go through all kinds of things for your body to now break it down and figure out how to use it. And even after using it, you end up with residual issues. It's like you put 1 penny in and now you have 10 pennies back with all kinds of, debilitating consequences from one action that you took. So you're always robbing Peter to pay Paul. I have to take this one, but I have to take this one first to deal with the side effect of that one before I take this other one to join this one. What kind of life is that? Maybe you're listening to me when you don't have any of that. So it's like, what is she talking about? But the truth about it is that if it hasn't come to you yet, it is coming. If you don't do something to fortify the foundations of your body, fix it up so that it is always as good as new, and you sit around and live your life on a whim, thinking that nothing is going to happen. After all, I've survived the last 40 years. Nothing happened to me. I'm sure I'll get through the next 40 without anything happening. Are you prepared to take that gamble and that risk? What if something happens? What are you going to do? How would you deal with it, my sister? And so if you're somebody that wants to keep entertaining Papa Nkechi and doing the things that you need to do, you want to ensure that Papa Nkechi is always happy. You want to ensure that you have a happy home, Mama Chioma. Because guess what? When Papa Nkechi starts looking elsewhere, it is you that will be crying in your bed. Because you know that this Bula Matali that used to belong to me, it is now shared a commodity. It is now a shared thing, a shared asset that other people are also enjoying. You will not be happy. And Papa Chioma, when Sister Chioma is not happy with you, when Mama Chioma gets so upset with you and is not giving you the choicest meat in the pot, in that soup, it is you that will be crying that Mama Chioma has changed. Mama Chioma is a wicked woman. Mama Chioma this, that, and the other. And you will now be introducing impurities, intruders into your home to destroy everything that you have suffered and struggled for years to build. It is in your best advantage. It is to your best advantage that you do what is necessary on both sides. It is not Mama Chioma's job alone to fix what is happening. Neither is it Papa Chioma's job alone to fix what is happening. But both of you need to work together to make it happen so that you can both enjoy what is going on. I'm about to end this video here. But what I'm about to say is this, is that there is only one place, one company that has this redox signaling molecules that you need to fortify the foundations of your existence, being your cells. Only one. So please, if you're interested in getting these redox signaling molecules that I've been on for the last 17 months and counting, the websites that I've pinned on this video, that is where you need to go to get it. Don't go to any of these other places that, you know, when somebody hears something quickly, they go and Google it. Oh, I can get it from Amazon. Oh, I can get it from Etsy. I can get it from Facebook Marketplace. My sister, everything that is not gotten from the original sources, the original only one company, is fake. It is fake. It is fake. Fake product is what you are getting. Why don't you go to the authentic original source? Original source. Because it's not available anywhere else. It is just one place, one company that has been able to do it. Look, these products are so safe. They have 7 patents and over 1,000 trade secrets. This is a scientific biotech product. It is not something that was made in somebody's kitchen. It is not all these concoctions that people have been selling in public transport in Africa. This is not what I'm talking about. Oh. I am talking about a scientific breakthrough. It took the world's top-class, top-notch scientists to put their heads together and collaborate to make this amazing product that is absolutely changing lives. You have not heard about it because how many of us even go and do any scientific research to know what is happening in this world around us? And so, my sister, maybe you've heard me talk about it for a long time now. You've seen Pastor Patience and I. We do joint video. She does it on her page. I do it here. We do it together. We are always talking about redox. You've heard us talk about redox. So what at all is this redox? That is what we are talking about today. You need to fix the foundations of your existence. When your cells are fixed right, everything else that is a wahala in your life, everything else that you have tried everything and it is not fixing in your wellness world, everything begins to fall into place. Everything begins to fall into place. The other thing that I also wanted to mention is that it is not a one-size-fits-all. You can't just go off on your merry way and just go and get redox, and then that's the end of the story. You need to be guided about how to use the product so that you can achieve the things that we are talking about today. It is education and a lot of training to understand the science and how it's working. So don't think that you can just go and get something and be doing something by yourself. That is why there are cellular health advocates that can help you on this journey. I have been training and studying, and it's ongoing. It's a never-ending situation here to be able to support and help you achieve the things that you want to achieve on your wellness journey. And so if you really, really seriously want to do the things that we've been talking about today, you want to boost happiness and peace of mind in your home, and you are dealing with all these things that are happening to you and you don't know what to do, you've tried it the other way, but still no results, no change, no significant change, this is the safest, best bet for you. Tried and tested. I've been at it for the last 17 months, and it is the best thing that ever happened to me. It is the best thing that ever happened to you. You know, this place is the wayside. So me, I don't want to come and reveal any secrets here. But if you've been able to listen to me for the last hour and a bit, you have to understand what I'm telling you now in coded language. You have to understand it all. You have to understand. And I'm telling you that this thing, if you want it to change the mama and papa game that you have been playing, my sister, come and try them. Come and try, my brother. Come and try them and thank me later. When your wife is thanking you, when your wife is telling you, Oga, thank you now. Now I feel like a woman again. Now everything is hitting the right notes, and I'm very happy with you. I am very pleased with you. Oga, what do you want me to cook for you tonight? You can come and thank me. You can come and thank me. And my sister, when your husband is doing all the nice things for you, buying you all the fanciful things because you have allowed him to enjoy and download all the files that he has been saving on his pen drive since, that has been making his something pain him. All the files that are on that pen drive that he hasn't been able to download all this time because you have not been allowing him to actually enjoy the downloading. My sister, you can also come and thank me in private. I don't dislike anything. I accept everything. Yes. Come and thank me later. But for right now, I really, really want for us to help ourselves save marriages, be happy in relationships. God didn't, bring us here to come and be enduring life. This planet Earth is supposed to be enjoyed. We have to enjoy ourselves. We have to have fun. And if you're married and you have the license to have fun, why can't you have fun? You are the only person that is preventing this fun from being had. Come, make I help you. Let us help you fix things how they need to be fixed. Pastor P, you see why I've been thanking you every day now. You don't get them. She's catching the signal now. Why I've been thanking her every day. Because, things are knocking things. All the things that I thought were dead in this body of mine, not knowing that they were still very much alive. I didn't know. I didn't know that my cells were sleeping. I thought it was a lost cause, only to realize that, it is very much alive. It just went on French leave, and now I have to wake it up because it is very necessary. Very necessary. Very necessary. Get your vehicle back on the road. Get your Prado back on the road. Get your Ferrari back on the road. Drive them well. Enjoy yourself and do the things that you need to do. Redox is the way to do it. All those other things, they are not going to help you. Redox is the way forward. This is where science is going. This is where our wellness, this is where it's headed. This is where it is headed. This is the basic fundamentals of everything. Nutrition is good. Vitamins are good. Minerals are good. And if you need some of those, please, it is not everywhere that you get those things from. If you need those, come and ask me too. But we must deal with the root cause first. And that is redox. When we've sorted out the foundation, your cells are all doing what they need to do. And now we can discuss every other thing. We can fix every other thing. And you can stop singing, "Hack my soul, it is the Lord." And open the floodgates in abundance and all those, sad songs. And start rejoicing. Start doing all those acrobatic 360-degree styles. Some of which Papa Chioma has never even seen before. You can do a butterfly style. You can do cockroach style, lizard style. All the styles. Doggy style without no pain and discomfort and my knee will hurt. I can't do the doggy. Hey, no, my knee. You won't be doing none of that anymore because the cells of your whole body, everything is on point. So when Papa Chioma says, make you bend over small, make I see something, you could do them with ease, like a 15-year-old, and not like a grandmother. You're 35. When Oga says, make you bend over, my knee, my waist, my back. Papa Chioma, no, wait, you are killing me. No, you stop doing all of that. And Papa Chioma will be shocked. Hey, what is happening to this girl? Is this my wife? Oh my God. Thank you so much for giving me my wife back. And vice versa. Me, I've said my own. I have done the best that I can. God has asked me to come and deliver the message. Pastor Patience, I have delivered my message. And everything would work how it's supposed to work. We have been playing and messing about, but seriously, those of you who are going through these difficult challenges in your marriages, you know what I'm saying is true. We have had comic relief out of it, but you know underlyingly that what I'm saying is the truth and nothing but the truth. We are not in Africa. We are not in the Caribbean yet. Those are all markets that will come up at some point. If you share this video, if you make more noise, if more people hear about this, I'm going to look at my page now and see how many people don't share this video now. Apart from Pastor Patience, who else has shared this video? Who else has shared this video? You don't love me. You don't love me. So you haven't shared this video. No love hearts. No nothing. Nothing. You are just here quietly enjoying all the goodies and then you leave. So unfortunately, apart from Europe, Australia, New Zealand, the Philippines, Canada, America, and a few other places, we are not in Africa and we are not in the Caribbean. That if you live in Europe and all these places that I've talked about and some, you will be able to get access to this amazing, amazing scientific revolutionary of a breakthrough that will help you be able to fortify the foundations of your existence and do what needs to happen. It is time, my sister. It is time, my brother. Don't sit and allow your marriage to go broken down beyond repair before you come and call me or call Pastor Patience that I need my marriage to survive. Can you help me? We can't help you. I am giving you the solution on a silver platter. Take control of your body and start giving Mama Chioma and Papa Nkechi what they deserve as your wife, as your husband, and enjoy this life in all its fullness, because the foundations of your body are in sync. And so everything else is also in tandem as well. A word to the wise is enough. If you want to get access to this redox I've been talking about, that's why I've pinned the website on the page, on the video today. Please, it's not available anywhere else but that website that I've given you. Do not go to no third parties. Don't Google it. Don't do none of that, because those products are simply fake. It is better to go, and it is the only source that you can get it from, is the company. Pastor Patience and I are both partnered with that company. And so we can get you what you need. The authentic version of what it is what we are taking. And that is what you need to get you where you need to be. Please, please. Now, when you go to their website to contact, please add your country code and your area code so that I know where you are from. If you go and put 116553224, I don't know what country you're in unless you tell me by including your country code, please. And the last thing that I would say is that when you contact this website to get information and the information is given to you, abeg, make una respond. You get emails, you get text message, you get WhatsApp message, you don't reply. Please, please. When you message somebody, you expect the people to respond to you, and when they don't, you get offended, you get upset, you get sad that how is it that I emailed Solomon last week and he didn't even mind me? How is it that I sent text message to Sika and Sika didn't mind me? So please, you've asked for information. I've given you the information. Say something now. Let me know. Did you get it? Have you received it? Do you need anything else from me? And let me know. You contacted me for a reason. Do not procrastinate. Oh, I'll do it next month. I've heard all that she has been saying. Pastor Patience and Sika have been saying this thing all this time. I've heard it, but I'll do it later. What if tomorrow Papa Nkechi has decided that he's had enough of your excuses and he's done? What will you do when Papa Chioma makes that decision? Sister Chioma, what will you do now when you don't pack all your clothes and leave Papa Chioma marriage? Where are you going? If there's anything worth salvaging in your marriage, if you know that the issue can be rectified with something as simple as what we've been talking about today, it is better that you boost the peace and happiness in your own life by doing what you need to do. A word to the wise is enough. I've said enough for today. My voice is completely gone now. Please, if you need the product, go to the source. Go to the source of the product. No corner, no libby, just the website. Simple as that. I love us all so much, and I want to see us all succeeding and thriving and making big, grand breakthroughs. I cannot wait for all the people that are already on Redox to come and testify and say all the amazing things that is going on Redox for everybody. And I know it won't be long. We'll have testimonials all over the place. I cannot wait. God richly bless you. God richly bless you. I am a living testimony of what Redox has done in my own life. A living testimony. As somebody who isn't able to have regular periods without popping a pill, to be able to have 5 straight periods month after month. I can almost predict the date without popping a single pill. If this is not Redox, and my God, what God used Redox to do for me, I don't know what else it is. This is why I'm saying, once you fix the foundations of your building would withstand anything and the test of time, and you will be able to deliver the correct missiles to Papa Nkechi and Mama Chioma, and you would have an amazing, amazing time together. Thank you so much for listening. Please share this video. Please share this video. Please share this video. Somebody needs to hear what is going on. Somebody needs this video today to salvage the situation. Let it be you that shares this video. God richly bless you. I love you. Look after yourself. God bless you. Stay beautiful and handsome. And remember, it's not a lost cause. There is something you can do. Get on board. Do what you have to do, get the products and start to feel the transformations and the amazing things that will be transformed inside of your life. May the heavens bless you all. Have a fantastic week ahead. May everything you touch be blessed. I love you so much. Enjoy your week. Take care of yourself. I love you. Mwah. Bye.